sit there and play with string?
No, they're not terribly tangled. So
Okay. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna take the time and pull it apart, and free it, and
okay.
then stretch it out back through the tunnel.
Yep. All right. Cool. So we got a firework pointing eastish,
Yes.
and Bertok, you're back a safe distance away.
I will call to the others
Okay.
and tell them to come back as well.
Okay.
And then whisper
Yeah.
instructions that as soon as I light it, we're going to dash back into our little hiding spot. Running up,
All right.
I check the aim at the treasure chest again, and it seems to be as good as I can tell. And then I run back and whisper to Grab Knot, "Hey, give me your tinderbox. We're gonna light this thing up." Or actually,
He
no,
gives a cackle.
I instruct him to light the fuse. That way we can blame him if it doesn't work.
Oh,
But I will take
yeah, sure.
I will take the
I'm
dexterity
good at
roll
lighting
just so
fires.
that we can blame me for aiming it correctly.
Uh, yeah, the cook is pretty adept at setting fire to stuff, so he does it.
Okay.
And, it
Nice.
lights, the fuse starts to burn. He
We dash back into here.
scrambles back.
Agatha, get over here! She
I'm
runs over.
coming. I'm coming. Okay, there is
I sneak
a
past and peek around just to see what happens.
there is a massive explosion as the fuse finally reaches the firework. It shoots off here. It strikes the chest exactly. And as the chest disintegrates, everything attached to the ceiling suddenly collapses down.
Nice.
There is barrels and weapons.
Scattered everywhere. Exploding in this
Yeah, there's
tumult.
a barrel of acid that drops down.
Dissolves a couple others that explode next to it.
Yeah, yeah, it is a mess. Yeah, the banner here is like destroyed.
What about this?
Chest is gone.
Yeah. What about this door to
What?
the interior? Do we get into that?
Um, that will crack as well. Yep,
Yay.
that'll crack and disintegrate. uh, Eventually, things will stop falling and exploding. Um, and it will be somewhat safe to come out.
Yay! And Bertok gives a whoop and a holler and runs after it just to see how much he did.
You are astonished at the damage that everything falling from the ceiling did.
Yeah. And I pick up my flail, assuming it didn't also get dissolved or blown up.
It survived.
Good.
Yeah, it
Yay.
survived.
Yes, yeah. And I'll yell back to everyone, "Hey, we got in!" In which case I start skipping over all the debris and running through and I'll stop here and kind of peek around the corner to see what's inside the fortress.
You encounter a very stunned and disoriented guard that was standing on the other side of the door, who is quite disturbed at all the noise and chaos of a second ago.
Right. Well,
he's holding his sword, but not very well. Who? What? What happened?
I will just immediately come around with a backhand with my flail and try to bash him in the face.
Gee. Okay. Roll plus... Yeah, make a hack and slash. Wow. That is nice. Alright.
1d4
Roll
plus
your damage.
1. Bam.
Oh my god.
I don't care
Yeah,
if this guy
he's
is
gonna
friendly or
collapse.
not, but
He's gonna collapse to the floor, barely breathing. Blood is gonna be soaking through his armor. And you hear more shouts as more people start to try to investigate what happened to their front door here.
okay. The sound breaks through my battle rage. Eventually, although I don't know how close they get in the meantime as I'm trying to calm down, standing breathing heavily over the body of this guard. So I will kind of look this way and that, and then kind of get my senses about me and run back across the cavern, dashing past Grabnot and Agatha, and start yanking out the rest of the fireworks. Guys, help me with these!
Agatha spends a moment like doing the, which way do we go? What are we doing? What?
Actually,
and
let
then
me
she-
rethink this. I am going to grab one bundle of string, one remaining bundle of string, this top bundle, and pull it backward through the cavern, and then duck into the side tunnel here with all the strings, with these
Yeah.
two strings. So we'll just leave the
Okay.
fireworks in the wall. That's my thought.
Okay.
In here, I whisper hoarsely to the two.
They squeeze by you.
I will dash back out as fast as I can, grab these strings as well, and pull them back into the tunnel.
Oh my god. Okay, so all the strings are at you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys hear someone yelling, who killed Newt? Who killed Newt? Who triggered all of our traps at once? Who did this?
Oh, okay. I will remain
They
completely
can't
silent.
be far. They can't be far. Run out and get them.
I'll hiss back to Grabnot and say, give me your tinderbox again. And then make a grab for it behind his back. Behind my back.
You hear the footsteps of 3 or 4 heavily armored people come running out of the entranceway here.
Yeah. Now.
One of them. Mm-hmm.
Do I have a good enough sense of timing to light the fuses at the correct moment?
Make a wisdom check for that.
Maybe.
Alright, yeah.
Maybe, but maybe they can see the fuses burning on the floor.
Alright, yeah, you, The one in the lead here sees you light the fuses, Bertok. He gives a gasp. He quickly tells his men here to turn away, get back inside. They stumble for a moment, and in that hesitation, the fuses reach the explosives here. The leader, though, will be far enough ahead that he can dash forward far enough so that he is clear of the explosion.
Yeah.
Before it goes off. The guards here take the brunt of it. The explosive goes off, and the entire sides of the crevass just kind of cave in. The entranceway is like completely blocked with fallen snow and ice chunks.
I still have to deal with this guy, though, right?
Yes.
To do that,
Rouses are gone. Yeah. No, give him. This commander person is wearing a surcoat with a similar design on it to the banner that was tacked up to the far wall. Previously, not that big. Okay. Alright, so you got an angry commander that managed to get through the snow here.
yeah.
And the explosives, Bertok.
Bertok will back up through the crevasse, whispering, "Get back, get back!" And
Agatha and Grabnot move back.
I'm tempted to try to talk my way out, but I'm not sure how.
Yeah, it's kind of an awkward situation, isn't it? Uh, yeah, that don't look good, does it? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, the commander will look back over his shoulder at the mass of ice and snow that was formerly the entrance, and he'll glare up at you guys. What in the hell are you guys here for?
We have come for the portal,
Are you here?
says Bertok. I swear, that's all we're here for.
You could have just asked. You didn't have to blow up everything.
Oh, I know. Bertok will fall silent at that. And then immediately, like not immediately, but a couple moments later, try to feign insanity by suddenly gyrating and dancing around and swinging his flail into the walls of this crevass. Dobby is a badass. Wham, wham, wham.
Make a charisma check for your acting skills.
Yeah.
Okay. The commander will kind of look at you a little bit weird, but mumble that, you know, the cold makes people do weird stuff all the time. So if you guys want to see the portal, I can take you to it, but we gotta dig out the entrance again first.
Right. Right.
Actually, no, you guys are gonna have to dig out the entrance, because it was fine before you guys showed up. So. Do you have shovels?
We have a tinderbox. We do not have shovels, Bertok says.
Well, you would just have to use your hands then, little.
He kneels down and starts scratching at the gigantic snow blocks and ice.
The cook has a frying pan that he's using to shovel snow out of the way with.
Right. What is... Can I assess the apparent strength of this guard?
Sure. Is that a move, or are you just saying in general?
It's sort of a move, sort of in general. Let's not. I look over at him, kind of look him over, and then return back to digging.
Yeah, he's got like plate mail on and chain mail underneath that, and the surcoat with the sun on it. He looks quite intimidating, really.
Right. All right. Bertok is going to. He is going to actually look over this snow and debris, and then ask, "What are the chances that I can crawl over and possibly dig a tunnel from the top into the entrance? Why do we need to go through the thick part of this block?"
Yeah, that would probably be the fastest way to get in at this point. Yeah. The commander okays you to try it if you want.
Sure. So I will come over to here, or somewhere. Actually, what? Yeah, do I need to roll in order to try to climb over and get to this point here?
No.
Okay. What sort of things do I need to do to try to dig down into this crack right here?
Yeah, make a Constitution check. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Your hands are really gonna start to get numb from the cold. After digging for a few moments, your hands are gonna be aching with pain, and you're not quite done yet with.
Okay. I will kind of. Ooh, I want that. I will kind of crawl back around to the other side. My hands are blue, and I'll be shaking them to try to get some feeling back into them. And then I'll say, "Grab Knot, could you try? You have the frying pan."
Oh, sure, yeah. He climbs over the ice down into the hole that you.
Yeah, right-click the block and send it to the back. Or right-click, grab Knot, and send it to the front.
Yeah. Those guys are still frozen in there. Fuck. There we go. Okay. Grab Knot makes better work of it with his frying pan, and eventually you hear him scream, and he slides out of sight into the chamber that you guys destroyed.
Right.
You hear him call out, "I got through!"
At which point I start to scramble over as well. And make a slide down into the chamber behind him.
Agatha climbs over at the prodding of the commander, slides down, gets stuck. "Guys, pull me through!"
We run up and Bertok notices how she's stuck. and decides to grab her ankles and drag her through feet first.
She finally slides through with your help, Bertok.
Yay!
And the commando dude wriggles through with all of his armor and gear and equipment. Hacks at it with his sword. Finally manages to get through.
Cool.
Not the boulder. Yep. No. Yep.
Bertok, seeing that he is kind of going to be unable to escape even if he tries to, will throw up his hands and say, "Okay, we surrender. Take us to the portal like we want." Or something of that sort.
Mm-hmm. Alright. He gets like a grim look on his face. Yep, we'll show you the portal.
Send you through, and our gods will pass judgment upon you.
He prods the three of you forward with his sword. And actually, 2 seconds, I need to work on one more map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wasn't anticipating we would get this far.
Oh, cool. Be right back.
Okay. Now the stars are in. Hey!
Howdy.
Oh. All right. You guys enter into the North Pole itself. And you guys pass through the chamber with all the ice in it, all the traps and dangers in the ceiling. And come to a room that is apparently being used as kind of a bunk room for the soldiers that formerly used to sleep here.
I feel sad now.
All right. The commander will ask you guys, how do you even know there's a portal here?
News of such things gets around. You can't keep a secret forever.
Well,
I say as I try to remain vague.
We tried to keep it a secret. I'm sorry it got out.
Where is it? I ask, Can we see it yet?
Yeah, and they've posted the banner everywhere here. Yeah, he leads you onward. Go.
There we go.
Sorry about that. What's the last thing I said?
Banners everywhere. He leads you inward. And then the room started shifting and the guy appeared and we suddenly were dragged in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright. He leads you up several winding staircases, to like 3 or 4 levels up from where you guys entered the tower. And then points to a doorway to your guys' right. Yeah, to the east-ish.
Okay.
Leading towards the center of the tower. That, he says, leads to the portal.
May we see it?
Yes, you may.
Do we need an escort to see it?
No, just go in.
Bertok steps forward, motioning to the 2 others. And we all walk in.
Alright. You hear the doors slam shut behind you.
Oh, man. Okay. I mutter, remember what we're here for. Actually, what are we here for? Getting something out of the portal. Is all I remember.
It's kind of nebulous what you're here for. The quest by Lady Blackadder was to search out these portals until you find one of them that leads to the plane of where the Proteus came from.
Right. Right. But was it... Describe what we're supposed to do after when we finally get in?
Once you find the portal that goes to the Proteus, you have to report back to Lady Blackadder.
Okay.
and she will take it over. She will reward you guys and.
All right. The Proteus. We stare into the portal. I don't know what it's doing. It probably does something now that the doors are closed. That's my guess.
This room is a large, circular room with a high, what are those things called? That,
Dome, arch.
They like circle a hallway, and people can like stare down from them.
Oh, balcony? No.
Yeah, balconies. Right. There's a high balcony around around the central room, and the commander appears at the railing.
Welcome back.
Yeah. The commander appears at the balcony of this at the railing of this balcony, looking down at you guys. In the center of the room is a large archway that glimmers with light, and sleeping and apparently asleep, wrapped around the portal itself, is a large white dragon that's asleep.
Yeah. Based on my spout lore abilities, would I guess that this thing is mean and vicious and would eat us if it knew that we were here?
You can try to spout lore about that.
I haven't a clue. I don't even know this is a dragon.
Yeah, you can't, wow, you don't recall whether, okay. No, dragons typically are vicious, mean creatures that will eat anything they come across. That's the typical lore about dragons, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to freak out and run back to the gate once I see this thing and try to get out. My thought that the commander is watching, we've walked into a coliseum rather than a portal room, the entrance to some portal, and I will start scrabbling at the door here, begging to be let out.
The door is locked behind you guys.
Yes, I assume that. I'm still struggling to try to get through it.
Okay. The commander will shout down to the dragon, "Wake up! These people here killed our comrades. Wake up and eat them."
No. yell back, "Shut up! We didn't mean to kill him. We were reacting out of reactionary things."
They murdered our comrades. They must be punished. There's no hiding from the law. Destroy them. The dragon will rear its head up sleepily. Destroy who? Commander will point down to you guys. Those guys. Eat them. Destroy them. They killed our comrades. And now we have nothing left to defend this portal with. Except you. The dragon will yawn and say, I don't feel like it.
Good. Bertok takes note of this and realizes that dragons aren't always looking to eat things, and turns away from the door with the knowledge that he will not be able to get through on his own. But instead turns and looks up at the dragon with wide eyes. Wide, fearful eyes, but looks at it nonetheless.
Okay. Are you inspecting the dragon?
No, I'm just staring at it.
Okay.
Trying to gauge my own fear.
The dragon will raise up its head and bring it close to yours, Bertok, and stare at you with one eye.
I stare back with both of mine, wide-eyed, fearful, trembling. My back against the door.
You would barely make a mouthful, the dragon says in a rumbly voice. All three of you would barely make a mouthful. I don't think it's worth the effort.
I agree. Don't bother, I say in a timid, shaky voice. May we go through the portal now? Single-minded little hobbit.
The commander will be up there shouting at the dragon to attack you guys. But the dragon, being lazy and sleepy, will just kind of roll over onto its belly, onto its back. And there is a gap where you guys could wind your way through the dragon coils and get to the portal.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right.
Step lightly, I whisper as we tiptoe. Who is this lady standing here? Do I need to worry about that at this point?
No. She's going to appear up at the commander, actually, and also stare down at you guys, but not going to interfere at this point.
Okay. Alright, well, I lead the way, and we enter. We sneak through the dragon coils and enter the portal. I think. Unless, of course, it's not actually open, and we just walk through the archway and appear on the other side.
No, there's a shimmering layer in the portal itself that is shining brightly with light.
Maybe it blocks us. We just kind of bump into it and fall back. I'm hoping this is a little more challenging than just walk through.
Yeah, make a Constitution check as you guys go through the portal.
I completely am not able to.
Ooh. Yes. Yeah, okay. The energies of the portal itself will beam down onto you guys. Doing 6 damage to each of you.
Armor negated?
No. The cook will stumble back in agony as the light from this portal burns his little face. Agatha will also not be able to continue until she gets her bearing again.
Right.
So it's like trying to push against a torrent of like water that's kind of gushing at you.
Cool. Do I try again? That's my only thought. No, I will not try again. Instead, I will catch my balance and then walk over to this door and see if I can get through it.
Yep, all the other doors are locked.
Okay. I am going to take a running... Okay, I'm going to end up at this door. And I'm going to take a running leap at the portal to see if I can force my way through.
Wow, okay. Alright, yep.
Another Constitution.
Yeah, you'll get like +2 from your running dash.
Okay. Make that a 10.
Alright, you managed to make it through the film of the portal and pop out into the other side of wherever this portal was going to.
Cool.
Yeah. Everything around you shines with a bright light. And everything seems very hard edged. Like there's no softness, there's no wishy-washy possibilities here. This is pure yeah.
definition, defined, purely defined. Everything
Yeah.
is lawful, everything is...
Not quite lawful, but
Well,
like...
lawful as in physics. The laws of physics are extremely well defined.
Okay. That could work.
Or something.
Yep.
I think I see how you're trying to describe it. Okay.
As all of this batters your mind, make an intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do manage to sort out in your head what everything is. You're not horribly overwhelmed by everything that your senses are being hit by.
Mm-hmm.
You can make out vaguely that there's beings that seem to have noticed your intrusion here. There's a shining palace off in the distance, and close at hand there is You still here?
Yes, I'm still here, sorry.
Oh.
I'm falling asleep, actually.
Oh, no.
Not falling asleep, but just dozing a little bit. What? Where are we going?
I'm just moving you slightly over here.
Black Oh man, why am I falling asleep? I have a full pot of coffee in me. Oh man. Sick.
Close at hand, you stumble across this guy.
Neat. Ah! And I kind of freak out and back away. Who are you? I exclaim. Are you the Proteus? Do you know where the Proteus is?
What? The Proteus? The Proteus ain't here. Nope.
Well, do you even know what it is?
Wow.
Was that a weird question?
Kind of. Wow. It's been aeons since I've seen any Proteus, he says. Oh God. You're in the wrong neighborhood to look for that.
Do you know which is the right neighborhood, I ask? Who are you? What are you doing? Where am I? I yell, realizing that such conversation with such a weird specter is probably pointless.
You're on the plane of truth. This is where all the awesome stuff goes when it reaches the peak of awesomeness, like me.
So it isn't the plane of truth. It's the plane of awesomeness. You lied. This is definitely not the plane of truth, I say, trying to create an enigma, a paradox, and... outwit him in general.
Your word will not baffle me, little human.
I'm no human. You've lied again, calling me a human. Again, not a plane of truth.
It's poetic license. Yeah. He blows on you, and the both of you stride along, rushing back through the portal back to the room where you guys came from.
Yeah.
Poof.
He comes with?
Yep, he's come with you.
Okay.
You guys get ejected from the portal and stand with the dragon and everybody else here.
Yeah. Yeah. What do I do? I will be fairly disoriented by it all. Yeah, what do I do? I'll stick to my guns and I'll say, where can I find the Proteus? Babbling on about it, not letting it out of my conversation tones. I'm set on finding it. What?
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 You said something and I missed it.
No, you can go ahead first.
But I don't have anything else to say. I want to know where the Proteus is. Tell me where it is.
We're not allowed to help you, little whatever you are.
You're not even allowed to let me out of this room, I ask. Or could you at least open the door if we're not able to find the Proteus here? Wait, if you're not allowed to help me, are you allowed to hinder me?
Am I allowed to what?
Hinder me? Lie to me?
No.
I'm thinking if I want to go back through the portal to look for the Proteus. What would you suggest? I call over to Agatha. This man says the Proteus is not in this area and that he hasn't seen it for a very, very long time. But that place that I was just in was called the Plane of Truth, and I thought maybe it would be in there since it was all bright and shiny and stuff. And it reminded me of what the Lady Blackadder told us about the place where we could find the Proteus. I still think it's in there. Maybe it is. What do you think, Agatha?
Agatha will say that, well, if it is the plane of truth, then presumably he couldn't lie. So, and if he says it's not there, then I guess it's really not there. It might be better to try and go somewhere else if we can get out of here.
Bertok will be thinking too deeply about things, muttering under his breath that, well, we have to have proof that it's the plane of truth before we can believe it. If he says it's the plane of truth but it's not, And then he's automatically lying. This is all under his breath. And talking about these weird logic puzzles. And he gets himself completely twisted up and starts pacing around the room.
The dragon will peer over at the being that came through with you, Bertok. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And pacing, see? I wish I could have seen that.
You totally broke one by a window.
Oops. Anyway, I've been pacing, convincing myself that this is actually the plane of lies that I was just in.
The dragon here will peer over at the being that came through with you, and will give a huff of breath and spout a enormous plume of bright flames at this being. The lady up on the balcony will shout, "No!" And the flames will cascade around this being. But when the flames finally peter out, the being will still be unaffected by it.
Cool. I don't understand. What just happened? Bertok will skid to a stop and look around. What in the world just happened? I'm so confused.
You silly little dragon. I'm Rudy Rod. I can't be harmed by such wishy-washy little stuff. You're not a dragon, you're a lizard. And as he says lizard, the dragon starts to shrink to a little teeny tiny lizard dragon.
Bertok realizes.
It's been so long. What?
Bertok realizes that Rudy Rod was telling the truth as the dragon shrinks. This convinces him, and he gives a whoop of delight and runs over and stomps on the little lizard. Or tries to.
No.
Am I allowed to? You can stop me if you want.
Make a dexterity. Actually, let's contest dexterities against
Okay.
the lizard.
Beat me. Beat my 6.
Go lizard.
Oh man. Maybe I just stomp its tail off. Oh, that's a good way. I stomp on its tail.
Yeah.
And it detaches and runs off. Because I don't want to kill it.
Okay. The lizard scampers away without its tail up to the commander, perches on his shoulder, and whimpers. The commander glares down at you, Bertok, and shouts that was the work of 10 years you almost destroyed.
A 10-year-old dragon? That's not terrible.
No! We've been sitting here for 10 years waiting for this dragon to mature at this portal.
I will turn back to Rudy Rod and say, where can I find the Proteus if it is not here? We are after the Proteus. We have been on a quest to find it, and we seem to have just wasted 3 weeks' time trying to get here, plus all of our food. We want to find it. This seemed like the most reasonable place to find it. We haven't found it. Can you tell us where it is? At which Rudy Rod will say, we're not allowed to help you, young.
Yeah, you were actually, oh. No, Rudy Rod is actually going to not actually be paying attention to what you're saying, Bertok, as he kind of glances around, still kind of trying to get his bearings as to where exactly he is.
Right. Okay. Bertok will run back around. This is infuriating! And starts bashing up against the door to try to break it open so that he can get out.
Bertok, you can try to bend bars, lift gates on that door.
That is correct. I can, can't I? Pure strength on a 10 plus. Okay, strength check against the door. Yeah, I get to pick three things. It doesn't take a very long time. Nothing of value is damaged, and I can fix it afterward. Those are my 3 picks.
Okay. And what's the 4th option?
It was it doesn't make a lot of noise.
Oh, okay. So it does make a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You grip your flail and swing it as hard as you can against the door. The crystalline door gives a creak as you slam into it the first time, and then as you keep hammering into it, eventually the door shatters and collapses into a pile of shards.
Mm-hmm. And I stand on the rubble and yell, "We're not wasting any more time here! Come on, guys!" And I dash out, careening through the fortress.
Down the staircases.
Down the staircases. I make a left. I slide. Whee! Assuming that's a slide.
Oh, God. Alright, the slide spits you out. Yeah, down at the bottom.
The bottom meaning the entrance?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So it was like a quick way out. A fun, super happy fun slide way out. Yeah.
The cook and Agatha were not quite so adventurous, so they took the stairs. There are a few.
They took the fire escape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
I will stomp angrily out, and then on my way out, turn and hammer at the giant snow pile to cave the entrance back in. After Agatha and Grabnot have also gotten out.
Okay.
I am furious. We did make a deal with that polar bear to take us back, didn't we?
He was gonna drop off the ballista bolts to his village and then come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of like, let's get out of here.
What's up?
Let's get out of here. He runs off and looks up and down the snowbanks waiting for the polar bear, which isn't in sight, and then runs back, still angry. Climbs up onto the snow pile and collapses a little more into the entrance.
Okay. So the polar bear himself is not, well, if you guys take the dog trail here back up the side of the crevass here, you know that the bear left you guys to the southeast of where you guys are now. I keep saying southeast, but this is the North Pole.
Yeah, to the south, basically.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. South. Any direction south.
Yeah, that was the trivia question. You're in a house. Each wall faces south. A bear walks by. What color is it?
Brown.
No. Aren't polar bears like? Don't they have like black skin or something? Or is that a myth?
They do, but then their fur is hollow, so it appears white.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, man.
You guys, there is a storm approaching from the south.
Okay. You could just say, like, left of the entrance to the cave.
Yeah, let me get you guys back to the world map since it's a little more extensive here.
Okay.
I'm gonna zoom in. Even that's not too good, is it? Yeah.
I can't tell. I don't think we've been moved out yet. I'm still in the fortress map.
So, yeah.
Really wrong.
I'm sorry, I forgot to move you guys over.
That's alright. Oh, man.
You guys can see there's a storm drifting in from that direction.
Yeah, right.
And there is about a 10-day hike back to the Nautilus.
10 days?
That was when you had the bear with you.
Oh, okay. Alright. There's a storm blowing in from that direction. From 0 degrees south, I say. I'm thinking it'd probably be wise to head back into the cave, possibly. I caved in the entrance, didn't I? Could have asked for accommodations, couldn't I have? We gotta sit it out. There's no other way. And I sit down in the snow and try to think. Meanwhile, the Nautilus floats back to land. No, just kidding. Yeah. That's my thought, is that we ought to hole up somewhere. I recommend the little crevice where we camped out before.
Alright. Yep, that makes the most sense to me. The crevasse where you guys scared away the spider.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you guys see the storm approaching and decide just to hunker down back where.
And I recommend making camp. Again.
Okay.
Meaning session end. It's my recommendation.
Alright.
And
Oh, cool. Is it sharp?
It is sharp. I could be
Cool.
like Sulu and go jab, like he did in Star Trek.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Very
yeah.
sharp. Yeah, he sharpened the thing before he sent it. Of course, there's a stamp on the blade that says 440 stainless China. So I'm like, I don't know if it's actually real. Well, obviously it's real. It's real metal. It will hurt if I try to poke you with it. But it's not.
Right.
But it's not like somebody here forged it and hammered it out, since it still has the marking of 440 stainless China. It's more
Right,
it's
but-
more like they bought a blank from China and then just sharpened it and polished it or something.
Still pretty cool.
It is cool. I really like it. And I don't know, they always say balance is the best thing to check, but I don't know how to check balance on this. Yeah, this is like yeah. So
Nice.
I thought,
Real cool.
Talk Like a Pirate Day is coming up in
Right.
16 days.
Yeah. Oh.
Of course, the official website says it's not dress up like a pirate day, it's talk like a pirate day. So you don't really need to do anything except talk like a pirate. And so I'm like, oh, that's true. Too late, I already bought
fun
the
is
sword.
just talking like a pirate.
You talk like one and nobody understands you unless they're in on it too. That's what the fun is. But I'm terrible at talking like a pirate, especially out loud to other people. So,
Oh.
yeah. Don't you have a sword?
Yes, I do.
I thought you did. I thought you had one because I remember you sent me the photo of you in the elven armor, and you were holding it.
Oh, yeah.
I've still got it.
Actually,
too.
I sold that one at a tag sale.
Oh. Okay. Well.
And I sold the armor, actually.
Oh wow.
Huh.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I do still have one sword, though. Let me get it.
Okay.
Yeah. I kept the katana.
Ooh, cool. Oh wow. That is cool. Very nice. I need to turn up my video size to gawk at it correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's small. If I went large, ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, cool. I went and bought. My dad was in Vietnam, you know, and so in the Navy. And so apparently, when they were over there, they were part of the evacuation of Saigon. And all of the fleets, all of the fleets outside of Saigon, decided to make a name that they called the Tonkin Bay Yacht Club. Just because it wasn't really as fun of a week as they would have liked or something like that, so they decided to just make this little name for themselves called the Tonkin Gulf Yacht Club. And I hear the army did the same kind of thing, like golf club or something. Saigon Golf Club. But they totally have this. They even have a Wikipedia page. That's awesome. Tongue-in-cheek nickname for the United States 7th Fleet during the Vietnam War. The 7th Fleet engaged in combat operations against enemy forces through attack carrier airstrikes, naval gunfire support, amphibious operations, patrol and reconnaissance operations, and mine warfare. So, they totally had a logo, a patch, and everything. And it's like this.
Wow.
It's like this Oriental junk ship, on a yellow background on the Vietnamese flag. Oops. Yeah, sorry, I apparently can't drag images in as a token without refreshing the page. So, actually, let me just do that. I can rejoin as a GM. I can make this work. Yeah. Wow, we've got a lot of pages.
Yeah.
I'm kind of afraid.
Way to go.
Kind of afraid to look at all of them. Okay, you are. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
So, so a couple weeks ago, I was at this party that we were having over at their house, and he was talking about that just offhandedly, and I was like, "Oh, right, your birthday was like 2 weeks ago, and I kind of got him something, but it wasn't the best thing. I kind of felt like it wasn't enough, and so I was like, hey, I wonder." Because he's always talking about how, well, he had the patch, but then it disappeared, like it got stolen and sold off by someone, and he doesn't know where it went.
Aww.
And so I'm like, I wonder. So I went on eBay, immediately found hat pins of both that and another logo of the same thing.
Oh, cool.
And then found a guy that does custom t-shirts with that logo and a bunch of other markings. Like, it even has electronics warfare technician logo on the one sleeve, and on the other sleeve it says USS Denver, which was the one he was on. So, yeah, it was totally cool. I picked up both of them and gave them to him. He was quite happy.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway, though. Yeah, I was watching those videos you sent of the guys making the swords. I'm like, oh man, you're going through a lot of trouble to make those things. Like the whole Damascus steel, and you twist them and twist them the other way, and then fold them and twist them the other way, and then go ahead and hammer them flat and cut them out.
Yeah.
And then acid, and
yeah,
then etches into the twisting pattern, and I'm like, good grief, that is cool. So, yeah, I was quite impressed. Quite impressed. I'm sorry, I just looked at that cavern. The one we blew up.
Oh, yeah.
And realized that you had something really cool in there. I'm like, oh
I
man.
did.
Oh. You gotta just make like anti-explosives, or you can just power play it if you want me to do the puzzle. If you really want me to force me into the puzzle, I won't mind, I promise.
No, I should have dropped a trap onto Bertok as soon as he stepped into that room. So he knew, hey, there's something here.
Well, that's the thing, is you made him look up and he knew something was there. And that's why he decided to take it out. But yeah, if you had dropped it onto him, then he wouldn't have been able to set anything up. Of course, he would have been able to tell grab hook to set stuff up. Not grip hook, but grab knot. So yeah. Oh yeah.
All this information about people, and they're dead now.
I need to not do that so much. I'm just like, rush in, get the thing, rush out, win, win, win. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, that I'm going to do that, and you need to prevent it.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
that's the new goal of the game, is keep Daniel from rushing through.
I mean, it was a cool session. I mean,
Absolutely. Oh man, though, I'm gonna stop the stream.